I just finished uploading videos related to elementary court in Smederevo, where whose judge committed brutal frauds related to inheritance for my late father, monstrously murdered father. So this is the last video that I uploaded. I don't think there will be more videos on that because that's done. I collected all the information I needed. So this is the date today, and what I'm going to do, the last piece that is needed to wrap up everything, is something that's topic of this subject of this video here. So this is the video which gives details on some minutes of inheritance proceedings that has part. So inheritance proceedings I mentioned for my late father, monstrously murdered. So there are a lot of details here, and I'm going to. So the minutes for that proceedings, they are marked with, as can be seen here, 01228. So 01228, because this was the first case for inheritance proceedings, but I had problem with notary. Bojana Babić. There are a lot of videos on her, several videos on her on my channel. There will be more. Let's see. So notary Bojana Babić. This is one of the videos. I will upload more. So she first got that case that she returned when I threatened, when I actually warned her that I will actually file crime report against her. The main reason she returned the case, that case 1228, is that I promised her she will lose her license, not just to be attorney, but also to do her job. So I explained that in other videos, so I'm not going into details. So Judge Dejan Adamovic here removed part of minutes, those minutes that I just showed, 1228. In second case, this is also case for the same proceedings, but now it was held in court because there are two notaries. Notary can only be from the same place where court is. So there are two of them. I reported both of them, so there were crime reports. So that was sort of conflict of interests, or what's the right term? I'm trying to remember. Yeah. Okay, I cannot remember, but I guess people know what I meant. So then the second case, 0531, was held in court, and the one who was acting was Judge Dejan Adamovic. This is elementary court in Smederevo. This is in Serbian. Smederevo is city in Serbia. So judge removed, as I explained here, judge removed so I actually haven't explained that here, but in another video, sorry about in this video there are more details on that, although this is about the complaint on inheritance proceedings, but it has a video on that removal of part of minutes. So that part of minutes is something that I requested he had during inheritance proceedings, and I'm now going to translate that. This is the part that is removed, and as you can see, this is these minutes. So according to those minutes, the final decision on inheritance was created. These are 3 pages of it. I will just, actually I need to open all of them to show that there is no that part. So judge removed that part from minutes. It cannot be removed. So first page, second page, nothing. These are the properties. And third page, nothing. This is just explanation, blah blah blah. I won't go into details what higher instance court did when I complained. This is another story. This is a scandal on its own. And what I also need to mention, and you can hear that, I will play a video in a minute. So as can be seen here, judge gave us, so judge gave these minutes both to me, to my brother, and that monstrous murder on my family without signature and the seal. So same goes for the people who took these minutes. There should be her signature here, and of course over signature of the judge there should be seal of the court. No such thing. And I'm going to, because I'm going to wrap up everything with this video, I'm going to play another video that confirms the 22nd of, I think, March. Yeah, so in this video, psych patient and monster who murdered my family confirms that judge gave us, actually gave her because that was the only way to confirm it. Otherwise, everyone would say that I printed that myself. So I asked her. I think this is the part where she said that. Oh, well, I guess it's not here. So I will add in this video the link to it, the link to this video and the timing where she said that. She confirmed that she also got this, received those minutes with no signature and seal. I'm not going to waste time here. I thought it's in that part, but it isn't. So let's continue with minutes. So as seen in the thumbnail of the, so this is the thumbnail of this video, and this part is the part which is removed in the final decision, as I just showed. So judge didn't understand that I did this on purpose, as this was the easiest way to prove that there is something called unworthiness to inherit, and so this is law on inheritance. And if I open it and I go to Article 4, so it says unworthiness to inherit. So because I proved this monster murdered 3 members of my family, I sent proofs to judge. He said he didn't have time to look at it, although he needed to do that, and this is why. So it says here, court watches or checks out unworthiness to inherit by definition of their job. So ex officio, I can translate this. I will need translation anyway. So the fact alone that this is 4th article means that it is very, very important. So again, this is unworthiness to inherit. I will just run it through. So unworthiness to inherit, and I need to translate this one. So it says anyone who is who committed crime against someone that he or she inherits from cannot inherit, simply put. So if I translate this, the court monitors unworthiness ex officio. Wow, they translated it properly. Okay, so I actually did job of the judge, and in the video, which is, okay, I need to show this in another video. So this is the video. In another video, in this video, I gave the complaint, which was basically video. So my complaint on his decision, actually on this removal of part of minutes, was video, and that video was sorry, a lot of videos, but it's a complicated matter, is here. So this is the video, and if you play it, you will hear that monster who murdered my family. This was the only way to prove this removal of this part. So that monster, because she thought everything is finished after inheritance proceedings are done, she read this to me, read this part, and confirmed that this part existed, and actually that minutes existed, because guess what? In the end, judge removed these minutes completely from both cases. So this is something that I found in, I think, 10th of May last year. But this video explains everything. So in this email, she reads the so this is complaint sent to higher instance court. She reads that, and the video sent within, which is again, so as you can see, I just stated here this is complaint on inheritance proceedings and gave this video. So basically the video is complaint, and you can see here, sorry, not here, but here, that Judge Adamovic didn't send that video. It should have been sent on DVD to my brother and that monster with transcript. So he also didn't do that. So without that, higher instance court couldn't even decide on complaint. Higher instance court needed to check out on this ex officio. They also haven't done that, but that's another video that will be described in another video. So in this so in this video from 8th of March, like 10 days after the after inheritance proceedings, so you can see it's hour 25 seconds, and you can see also here that it's hour 25 seconds. I need to, so hour 25 seconds, that's the video, and it says here Skype 8 March 20. So this is second part. There are two parts of the so second part, two parts recorded on 8th of March 2020. So she admitted here the judge didn't have time to, I think that I added this in this video. She admitted here that judge didn't have time to, yeah, so here it is, didn't have time to look at documents that I sent him. That was his job, to check out if there is any case related to murder of my family, any member of my family in prosecution offices in charge. So and from these points she started reading. So it's a bit complicated, but there are a lot of videos and a lot of crimes committed by judges, by not just this judge but other judges from higher instance court, and also Dragan Rogan, who is president of that court. He also actually everything started with him. He ignored everything. So let's continue with okay, I'll leave this to remind me to add this. I don't need this anymore, so I need this as a reminder to add this video and timing, proper timing to video I'm recording now. So let's finally go to okay, so these videos I uploaded, and especially this one on written decision and explanation of Judge Adamovic, Dejan Adamovic, to remove that part from inheritance proceedings minutes. He can do anything he wants, but there must be written explanation or decision on that. So he removed that, as can be seen in final decision on inheritance proceedings for my late monstrously murdered father. And I don't need this as well. So let's just show that I needed to type this down. Okay. Oh, come on. So I moved this, I cannot easily I fixed it to be able to see it easily. So it can be seen here that I didn't use capital letter because I'm doing this when I don't respect someone. This is president, so-called president of Serbia, Aleksandar Vučić. So this is the only change here. Capital letter, I remove capital letters in some cases. Other than that, so everything is the same because this is a picture. I needed to type it down, and I will now run it through the Google Translate and correct if there are some mistakes. So I know I will try like half of it first. Maybe this. Okay. So 5 and something, almost 6. Okay, let's leave it like this. So I'm going to translate this to show what he did. And again, I don't know if I finished the sentence because there are a lot to cover. So I did this on purpose. That was a huge risk, but it ended up the way it ended up. So they proved, instead of myself proving, that they committed brutal frauds and brutal crimes in every possible way related to inheritance proceedings and so on and so on. So judge actually did a huge favor to me. I don't need to prove anything anymore. He proved everything, and also all the courts above him, so not just higher instance court but also Belgrade Court of Appeals, then the Supreme Cassation Court. This is a story on its own. It's really unbelievable. So the former president, he's now I think retired, of that Supreme Cassation Court of Serbia is involved big time. So that will be another video. But for now, I will just translate this and finish up the video. So okay, do I need this? So this video was the basis for video I'm now recording, and I will close it because I don't need it anymore. So Serbian to English, and let's see, did I okay, copy, paste, what, paste. So participant Dejan, this is me, states that his late father Novica, this was my father's name, wanted to leave a will, testament, but that the participant Dejan did not want to because his father was demented during that period. Yeah, that's true, I didn't want to do that. And the other reason, which judge didn't end here, it actually doesn't really matter, but I need to mention it. The other reason was that my father wanted to do that, to split the property while he's alive, and he didn't say that to me, but he said to my brother, or maybe he didn't even say to him, that I figured that out later, that the condition was that we will take care of that monstrous murder on my family. That was the initial agreement when she moved to my home in the middle of 27. But at this time, when my father wanted to leave a testament, there were a lot of way more proofs that I needed that this monster murdered three members of my family, not just my father but also my grandparents. So this was another reason I didn't want to do it, to sign that testament. And of course the first reason which excludes the second reason is that my father was demented, and if I signed anything with him that would be against the law, and I would just break the law and commit a crime by doing that. So let's continue. And he means me, material evidence for that, video recordings, of course I have. So I need to do this and go to oldest. I really didn't notice this, it's really handy. So for instance, here and here are proofs that my father was demented. Here as well, there's a wound on his head when this monster left him alone. Also here, I don't know if there is more. So I even have the material evidence like this video, and also the reports from the doctors, neurologists, and so on and so on, even I think psychiatrists. So let's continue. This is what I meant when I mentioned material evidence, video recordings, and he gave up writing a will. Actually, it should stay here that I refuse to participate in that will or a testament, whatever. So participant then states that he repeatedly addressed the suspicious circumstances of his deceased, that this is grandmother's death. Divna, that was my grandmother's name, which translated in English means beautiful, believe it or not. So deceased father Novica, and especially the late grandfather Živora, that was their names. These were their names. And let's finish up this. So the second part, maybe I can continue here. I guess not. Yeah. Okay, so I will just remove this. And continue with the translation. So my grandfather, who died under circumstances that can be considered a monstrous murder, that's true. So this monster and psychopath pushed him or hit him and leave him to suffer for at least 8 hours. So a lot of details are in videos on my channel and in G drive, which is given in that video that I just showed. So G drive can be accessed from this video. It contains, the description of this video contains those G drive folders, and especially there are a lot of explanations. I don't know if, I think I still haven't uploaded that these emails, so a lot of explanations on death on my grandfather. So that these are 2 emails I wrote and sent to acting prosecutor, chief prosecutor in Smederevo. So these two mails, one of them contains, I think, the one sent on 13th of May last year, so 2022. It contains video, part of the video with the timing where this monster admitted my grandfather fell in the evening. So the only way that for her to know that is if she either hit him or pushed him, because before that statement she always claimed she found him in the next morning around like 7:30. So she basically admitted, and even to put this everything aside, I have proof that she that the lawyer Marko Petrovic, I still cannot figure out who that is because Bar Association of Serbia won't answer. So if I put everything aside and if I go to July 23rd, 21 and I go to 7:45, it can be heard here. You can see what this call is about. So the higher instance prosecution of Smederevo leaked by mistake information that in 2017, so now full 6 years, August 2017, lawyer Marko Petrovic refused to defend this monster who murdered my family. So if I put everything aside, this is more than enough, because of course her family who tried to hire that lawyer, they are related to major criminals in Serbia and the region. Let's see. This is her sister, monster who guaranteed for her, and this is monster who murdered my family. There she is. There are a lot of videos of her. Just search for site patient here on my video, on my YouTube channel. So of course her family, this piece of shit, and her husband, they tried to find another lawyer, but they cannot do it because all the lawyers saw that from acting of from what acting prosecutor Alexander Kuzmanovic, I just uploaded videos on him. He was illegally elected to be prosecutor because he where is it? 2 articles here is about that prosecutor. So he another video on that guy. So he was deputy prosecutor. Now the naming was changed. He's now prosecutor. There is chief prosecutor now. So there is video on him. There are 2 videos and 2 articles. This he was convicted for pickpocketing in trains. So he was illegally elected to be a prosecutor, which means that everything related to monstrous murders of my family need to be done again, and it must be done again. So this is another good thing that happened, conditionally speaking. So by what this prosecutor, deputy prosecutor Alexander Kuzmanovic did, acting deputy prosecutor in cases of monstrous murders of my family, it can be easily seen from his actions that he covered up the whole thing. For instance, to this very day, and the first thing that prosecution and police checks out is if someone who is a witness or similar has a record of psych issues. Of course he did that, but he pretended he didn't do it. And to this very day, and I think I showed in the beginning of this video, to this very day, so starting, if I count from the day when my grandfather died, that was in the end of 2015. My grandmother died, I mean both of them are murdered, in 2011. So if I count this, either 2011 or 2015, you can see for how long. Actually, sorry. So the case was only open for my grandfather. So that was the end of 2015. So the end of 2015 to this date, he Deputy Prosecutor Alexander Kuzmanovic still didn't call that monstrous murder of my family to give statements. So from this fact alone, the lawyers who family of this monster tried to hire figured out that this is something really fishy, and they simply told the family of this monster that they cannot defend her. And when lawyer said that, this is really important, when lawyer said that, this is above decision of every jury. So if I leave everything alone and just stick to this fact that lawyer Marko Petrovic, so the problem is there are 5 of them, 3 confirmed they are not the guys who were offered this case, who were offered to defend this monster. And I asked in January this year, 13th of January this year, Bar Association of Serbia to provide info on who that was, because there are 2 of them. One is unlisted from Bar Association, and the second one is from Belgrade, Street Frontovska, and it's really suspicious that in the address book of Bar Association that guy doesn't have phone. So they still haven't answered to that question. And by the way, Bar Association, as I explained in other videos on Bar Association of Serbia, I recently uploaded. So Bar Association actually comes down to most prominent lawyers in Serbia and the region. So they are Bar Association. They decide on everything. So the most prominent lawyers of Serbia are covering up monstrous murders of my family. Okay, so let's just finish up this this translation. So one more time, that info on the lawyer Marko Petrovic from Belgrade leaked by mistake from that phone call on 23rd of July 2021. Okay, so let's continue. Who died under circumstances that can be considered, that is main objection. Jelica, so that's her name. So they added here capital letter. Interesting. I didn't add it because I don't respect her, this monster. So this is the main objection. That is the main objection. Jelica, that a psychiatric patient who had been treated for many years, which is true, since her 20s, and she's by the way, she's now in a psychiatric hospital. You can see that in videos I recently uploaded. Hospital. If I search for hospital, yeah, here it is. No, sorry. Is again, yeah. So this is 6 days ago. Uploaded 6 days ago. So she's now, as I'm recording this video, I don't know, maybe she will return, but I don't think so. So while I'm recording this video, she's now in a psychiatric hospital in Smederevo, psychiatric unit of General Hospital in Smederevo, Serbia, and she went there on 19th last month, so July. So she's then for more than a month, something like 40 days. And finally, to finish up this, it's a psychiatric patient. I wrote this in so again, this, as I showed, these minutes are from I can close it now. They're from the February 2020. So it turned out everything I said then is true, and this is a thing that I mentioned. So main objection was my main objection was that Jelica, that monster who murdered my family, psychiatric patient. So the point here is that at the time when this was written by the judge on my request, she continuously denied that she was treated in psychiatric hospital. It can be heard in videos I had, in Skype calls I had with her. So just psych patient, and there are a lot of videos. It can be heard that she constantly denies that Skype patient. She constantly denies that she was at the time. So that was in 2019 when she returned from psychiatric hospital on 10th of June. This is the video when she returns. Afterwards, she constantly claimed she was not in psychiatric hospital, and basically when this was written, I didn't have real proof. She said when she was then there in 2019, she was at that unit, because there were no free beds in other units. So that was obviously a lie. So yeah, she had been treated for many years, since her 20s. So she did not make a statement, which was mandatory. So statement in it says here prosecutor's office, higher prosecutor office, and that statement is mandatory according to the civil code. So civil code, or crime law on criminal proceedings, or code on criminal proceedings is the more precise name. To the higher prosecutor's office. This is where the prosecutor Alexander Kuzmani still works. So they ignored me without any explanation why she didn't give a statement. And of course this was the reason why attorneys or lawyers refused to defend her, because it was more than obvious that she did it by the action of a prosecutor or deputy prosecutor, whatever. Then also, this was he didn't wrote that properly. So I also filed crime reports to Court of Appeals or Appellate Court, whatever, and to highest instance prosecution republic. Now it is called Supreme Prosecution, which is, I don't know, sounds pretty stupid. And that everyone ignored me, blah blah blah, including National Assembly of the Republic of Serbia, President. Yeah, so they added capital letters. Interesting. All major political parties, including Dveri, which have stated that they have no resources to deal with it. So all this can be seen in my G drive. All political parties, big political parties, major political parties ignored me, except these guys. But they said, I mean, it's the same thing as ignoring me. They said they don't have resources, and it was obvious that it was those were monstrous murders on my family. So this shows that the whole political system is fake. As I noted in a recent video I uploaded recently, at least I watched that video recently, even Dr. Jordan Peterson claimed that politicians are actors. I think that he claimed that for Trudeau, but Justin, I think that's his name. I think he's the premier of Canada. But anyways, he said he's just an actor. Okay, so I translated everything. So that was I did this especially for a lawyer of my brother, and for her. I explained who she is in this video, because they pretend they don't know how law works. And the last thing that is important, everyone who ignores this from state institutions commits some major crime against judiciary. This is the section in the crime law of Serbia, so crimes against judiciary, which are, for instance, obstruction of justice, not reporting a crime. I don't know what's the translation for convincing something to commit a crime, because by doing this, by ignoring everything and pretending everything is okay. Incitement. Okay, I don't know if this is correct, but by pretending everything is okay, all the state institutions actually are involved in incitement.
Incitement.
Yeah. So they are encouraging me to commit a crime, but I know very well that this is a crime. So, but anyways, this is the crime they're committing by pretending nothing is happening. So their main explanation for everything, when I explain what happened, that everyone, prosecution, courts, and everyone is ignoring me. I explain why in other videos, so I'm not going into details. I'll just say that it eventually leads to American embassy in Belgrade, which is directly controlled by their federal government. Again, details are in my videos, especially the ones related to DOJ, so Federal Department of Justice of the United States, or FBI, or I don't know, maybe even arms, as in arms trade. and so on and so on. So this is especially important. So I guess that would be it, and just to repeat one more time, this video is especially for people from the Center for Social Work. She's their director. I already uploaded videos for her 2 days ago, and because they are now deciding on what they are going to do with the psycho and monstrous murderer to my family. Is she going to nursing home or somewhere else? And of course, for lawyer of my brother, I don't know who he is or she, because I don't know the name of that lawyer, but she pretends he doesn't know how law works, and I will, I think, today create video for him. So I will finish with this.